Hey, it's your girl Cupcake, story time. So, you know how the Israelites, they were in the wilderness for 40 years. And they didn't have to be there for 40 years, but that's how long it took them to get out of the wilderness. Let me tell you a little story. So, I was waiting on God and I had these assignments, right? And I started complaining to God about how I was lonely and I was ready to date again because I was tired of waiting for his promises. I was tired of waiting for what he said that what was going to happen. So I was like tired of waiting, right? And so God says, okay, he gave me an assignment. What we fail to realize with assignments have to be turned in. We hold on to assignments way too long, just like the Israelites. We hold on to those assignments and then we never fulfill our mission and we never get to the next thing. You know, when you're a teacher and you assign things, the student has to do the assignment. You turn it in, you get a grade. We're not getting graded and upgraded and levitated because we are holding on to these assignments. And so, anyway, back to my little short story. I don't know how to make short stories, but here, I'm going to try to make it short. So, God gave me permission. He gave me an assignment to date somebody because he said, listen, I want to teach you something. And at first, the lesson went over my head. But then I got it. He said, I want you to talk to this person for 30 days. I said, okay, cool. Well, first day, kept on, and I made this very clear to this person. I'm talking to you for 30 days. I don't know what it is, but I was very honest because I'm very transparent. I'm talking to you for 30 days. I don't know, we was vibing. It's cool. And so I'm talking to you for 30 days because I don't know. I don't know. So after a couple days, I stopped counting because I felt like, he dope. We cool. It's cool. So I stopped counting. So I got comfortable. And so then as the 30 days came, I got even more comfortable. Follow me, because this is going somewhere, right? So after 30 days, I didn't want to turn in that assignment anymore because I had gotten used to somebody giving me a lot of time, a lot of attention. Hey, the attention had me in the chokehold. Nobody had ever paid attention to me that much. Nobody had ever complimented me that much. Nobody had ever called me that much. Almost to the point where at first it was cute. And then it was like, oh my God, I'm not used to this. But this is what you wanted. See, ask and you shall receive. See, God is always teaching me lessons. Like, this is what you wanted, right? And it was at that time. But as time went on, I was supposed to turn that assignment in, and God kept on saying, you're going to give it back. You're going to give it back. You're going to give it back. See, you showed him what unconditional love felt like. You showed him a different world. He showed you a different world. He showed you a different perspective. But just because y'all good people don't mean y'all good for each other. That's the misconception. We are always trying to hold on to somebody because I'm fascinated with airplanes flying over me. Dope. But anyway, we're always trying to hold on to somebody or something because we get too comfortable and we don't know how to let things go. Hence why it took them 40 years to get the victory. God said it could take 4 days, 4 minutes. If you have an assignment, do your assignment, turn it in. You're prolonging the process, not God. So most of us have this misconception that, listen, God isn't answering our prayer. No, he answered it. You didn't turn it in. You didn't turn in the assignment. You didn't understand the request because you want to be in the wilderness way too long. And so, long story short, 30 days turned into 90. And by the 90 days, and I kept on trying to turn it in. And what God taught me before, see, God always gives you preparation. Sometimes it's not enough for you to tell somebody, hey, listen, this isn't working. You gotta let people go. People are not gonna let you go. When somebody sees that you're an asset, they'll treat you, and not him particularly, but in general, like this was the lesson I had to learn from my lifetime. It was end up in being in toxic relationships, and I didn't know how to let it go because they wouldn't let me go. But God had to teach me. People that see your value, people that know that you are the table, even though they say you're not bringing nothing to the table, but they're not gonna let you go. Let you go for what? You are the prize. You are the table. They may not tell you that, but they're not gonna let you go. You have to let them go. So I kept trying to walk away and tell them, like, I'm glad we friends, this was great, cool. Because we never were in a relationship. And you just didn't want to let go. And then I had to just go cold turkey and just, after 90 days, let go. And as soon as I let go, baby, listen, As soon as I turned that assignment in, God let go of what he was holding for me. And I'm not talking about a person. I'm talking about a victory. I'm talking about elevation. I'm talking about a new spot. See, we're so used to blessings being money. We're so used to blessings being a man or a woman. Baby, listen, your biggest blessing is your breakthrough. Your biggest blessing is getting out of the wilderness. Your biggest blessing is that victory. After the victory, then you can celebrate with your friends. But before that, you can't celebrate because you're not ready. How are you? You're not ready. You're not ready to celebrate. Good. Love you. You're not ready because you're still in the wilderness. You can't celebrate out in the wild because you're in the wild, wild west. You don't know what's going on. You're not ready. And so as soon as I let go, God let go. Little short story. Baby, listen. God said it can take you 40 days. It can take you 40 years. It's up to you because your free will keeps you in the wilderness. When God gives you an assignment, complete it, learn your lessons. Which, if you want me to tell you, my lesson was, don't be comfortable and don't settle. Just because somebody's good, but they don't display everything that you desire in your heart and make you feel the way that your soul is supposed to feel, if they're not good. See, my prayer has always been, if they're not suitable for my soul and necessary for my assignment, baby, listen, I don't want it. Because something is there's going to be a deficit if your soul is not satisfied. And that's not a touch, a pleasure. That it is something deep within you that has to be fulfilled or you're never going to be happy. So I had to learn, just because you're nice to me and you're first one nice to me, listen, won't be me. The other times in my life, I didn't leave a situation until I had a baby. I had a souvenir. We ain't going down that road no more. Listen, learn my lessons. I turned it in. And once I learned my lessons, baby, I inherit the blessings. Peace. God bless you.